Hey everyone, it's Rachel. In this tutorial, I'll teach you how to freehand paint a cat using the Color Therapy app. One of the best ways to learn how to draw something is to copy or trace over guiding lines. This close-up of a cat's face is a perfect beginning place for those of you wanting to learn freehand drawing and painting from life. It's always good to find a reference to work from if you need help with learning how to draw from life. Now you can see that this is a watercolor. I'm not sure which artist this is, but it's a really good example of just quick strokes and using watercolor as well as other mediums. First off, I'm going to choose some colors from the Autumn palette. The first 4 actually are really good, as well as a medium or dark brown. Make sure those are set to solid. And the pinkish tone on the far right is also great for the ears. So for this tutorial, I want us to really loosen up, so don't worry at all about the lines. Those are just there for a guide, but we don't need to follow them perfectly. So that's why we're going to use the flat brush. It's really good for that. Let's set the size to about 80% and the opacity at 60%. Now make sure coloring inside the lines mode is set to off. And then I'm just going to start off with my orangish, reddish brown color. And then I'm just going to start adding really thick, dark strokes. And these are really bold. And I'm just following those lines on the cat. We're just going to go really quickly with this. We're going to do lots of layers, lots of blending. The only thing I really want you to pay attention to is the direction of the fur. So you can see how the fur over here above the eyebrow is kind of going to the left and upwards, and it goes on the opposite side of the face. It's going to the right and upwards. And then in the middle of the head, it's going sort of straight up. Now switch over to a different color. So maybe you want to use a yellow and add it into the area below its eye or its cheek, maybe some above its head. So this is where you kind of let your imagination flow. You can even draw your own cat. Then I might add in a darker brown too. And so I'm just doing these quick short strokes and I'm adding layers upon layers. And I'm just gonna accentuate those eyes right here along the top with a darker brown. And then in that same palette, I might use a medium green for the eyes and just kind of fill those in. Might add in a little bit of yellow into the sides there too. And then grab a basic black and a white and you can color the nose very quickly. And now I would lower the size a bit, so I'd go down to about 50% and just zooming in, and you can add a few details into the eyes. Now I'm just kind of going to trace around them and lower it even further to about 20% and just add in those pupils of the eyes. So my main emphasis really is going to be the eyes because they're so striking. We really want to add contrast to those. You can use white to add a little reflection in here and there. And then just go and raise it back up and you can continue adding in white or other colors around the face until it's fully colored in. Now I'm using a brush size at about 40% and I'm just adding in some more fur, more layers. You can lower the opacity too if it's a bit too harsh or dark, and just continue adding layer after layer until it's really become filled in. Now for the background, let's do some blues and greens as it'll really contrast with our orange cat. So go under the Shiny Metal palette, select solid, and just choose a few darker blues and greens and turquoise colors, and raise your size to about 85%. Then just kind of quickly start to add in some color into the background. And I'm just blending those blues and greens together. And you can add a bit of a reflection from the background using blue on top of that black. Just a little bit here and there, and on the nose even. And now your last step is to select the pencil tool. Set the opacity at about 80% and the size to 16, and then use a bright white. And you're gonna add in some whiskers. So let's start with the eyebrows up right here, kind of just following those lines there. And just add in some quick, nice white whiskers. To finish it off, I've used the rustic effect and removed the lines. You can try freehanding any image in this way, and it will strengthen your drawing skills. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Color Therapy YouTube channel so you don't miss any new tutorial videos. Thanks for watching our tutorial. You can get the Color Therapy app for free on the App Store.